Talking to a toddler who's in their why phase makes you realize how little you actually know about this world. It is humbling.
It is.
Why, Jeff?
That's true.
It's the reason on this segment we don't ask each other why. We just ask what's on your mind.
There it is.
Okay, not why's on your
Yeah.
No, it's a little safer that way. We're starting with Brooke. Brooke, what's on your mind?
Oh my God. So we went to the radio boot camp thing over the weekend. It's a big conference, and all the big wigs from radio are there, including
All of them.
the owner of our company.
Yeah.
I had foot in mouth moments with her.
No.
So the first thing I say is I'm really excited to see her. We had just gotten off the plane. I'm like, oh my God, hi. I can't wait for you to meet Alexis.
Oh, God.
No, not, I've been here for 4 years. I've met her over 10 times.
Yeah, she's visited us here in the studio
Yeah.
multiple times.
I don't know.
She has
I was just
visited
on this, because I had introduced Alexis to a lot of other people already.
Yeah, this is Alexa's first big radio event.
And the thing about the owner of our company is she's so good at deadpanning. She just looks at me and she goes, Brooke, I know Alexis. And she lets the silence just sit there. So then I'm trying to fill it, and I'm like, oh my God, what an idiot. I'm so dumb. How's your son? And she goes, oh yeah, well, the baby's coming. I go, oh my God, he's pregnant. I'm like, that's so exciting. And she's like, put it in the weekly newsletter
Yeah, there's a
last
big
week.
company email about it.
Then I had to admit I didn't read the freaking newsletter. Dude.
Brooke.
Oh, no.
Listen, if our show gets canceled, it is on my head. It is my fault. I tried to awkwardly just leave. She said, do you need a glass of wine? I'm like, 2? Can I have 2?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I guess we'll know when it turns into Alexis and Jeffrey in the morning.
Yeah.
Jose, what's been on your mind?
So, of course, at Radio Boot Camp, right after we land, we have this huge corporate party with hundreds of people, right? So, we're all mingling, and I'm talking, one of the VIPs from one of the biggest radio companies is talking to me.
Okay.
I'm going to be vague here.
The VPs.
The VP, sorry.
You
The
said
VP.
he is a VIP.
He is a VIP. He owns,
People grovel to these people on the radio.
So we're talking, and he's like, cool, I've known him for years. He's like, dude, I know you don't drink, but I know a guy here who has some shrooms if you want some.
No.
Again,
Wait.
this is the VP.
Oh, my God.
This is so on point for radio.
Yeah.
This is how radio's in the state we're in.
So I'm almost like, is this a test? And I'm like, well, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
If the VP offers you something, you take what the VP
Seems like a
says.
test. I don't know what
I
you're
know.
supposed to say.
I couldn't believe that he was, but he is that cool. Brooke knows. I'm like, I feel. Anyway, so I politely declined. I said that won't be necessary. An hour later, I'm talking to our company's VP.
Yeah.
This random guy walks up in the middle of our conversation, goes from behind our VP and goes, hey, are you the guy that wanted shrooms?
Oh, my God.
Blankety blank told me to come find you. Right? Says the guy's name, and I'm like, oh, keep in mind, I'm in the middle of a conversation with our boss's boss. Like,
You should ask him if he wants some shrooms, too, so you can split it.
I'm panicking, praying he didn't hear it. I'm like, no, I'm good. And then he goes, are you sure?
No.
Busts out a giant bag of mushrooms,
he literally had
clear Ziploc behind his back, and is waving them at me like, are you sure?
Cut.
Literally.
No.
I'm like, no.
No way our show's gonna still be on. After my experience, and then you with, the guy you were talking to is right under the owner.
Yeah, so I mean,
my
one of our
God.
radio VP absolutely respects me, and the other one just wants me to get high on shrooms.
That's
I
actually a really sweet
is.
story,
That's
Jose.
nice.
Alexis, what's been on your mind?
I mean, same page as them. Also, my first boot camp going in.
Yeah.
A few notable things. So many corporate meals I went to.
Yeah.
You mean paid for by the
Yeah.
corporate?
I mean, that is the
how
main reason I went.
I lured her into everything. She's like, I don't think so. I go, it's paid for.
Brooke did teach me the ropes out, but it's like you get there and you have to vibe out how chill or not they are. So I looked if they ordered drinks, and that's how I was judging. I'm like, if
that
they
was
get
good.
drinks,
That's an
we could
adult
probably gossip, make fun of some people here.
Yeah.
And
If
depending
there's
on the drink.
no drinks, we might have to be a little serious. So anyways, I learned that. Okay.
Okay.
Second, there's the people there that also don't know what's going on. I was congratulated for going on stage and doing so well. And
You never went up on stage.
Did you own it? Did you say thank you?
Yep, you can fake it till you make anything.
It was the shrooms guy. We thought it was you.
Dude, by the way,
That
I
would make
thought you
sense.
were a dragon, too. But great job on
Great
stage.
fire breathing up there.
And then
Dope.
lastly, I'm trying to give everyone my time, because I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
That's when I ended up getting stuck to the possibly crazy listener
So you're
at the
like,
bar.
He could be a CEO, but he was
I talked to him for 30 minutes. He's like writing down all my info, so I thought thought he was important. I didn't know it's
no.
because it was just after his 6th concussion, so he needed to write down my info and stuff. And then I was invited to his room where he had peach schnapps, Smirnoff, and a bottle of 818 tequila,
How much
and
fun
wanted
was
me to
that?
help start the party with him.
Did you?
I did not go. No,
Oh, I'm
no.
shocked.
But he does have all my Insta info. He has been DMing me, so I'm not.
okay.
There might be a future party.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
Let us know when
I
the
did make
invites
the
come.
company proud.
Yeah.
Bravo,
All right.
Alexis.
Thank you.
Jeffrey, what's on your mind?
So, at this radio boot camp, all the radio personalities are all getting pumped up about the
Yeah.
fall and about
Yeah.
the industry, what's going to happen
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
And what did we learn? The very first presentation is
Oh,
how the industry has never been in a more precarious position than now.
I mean, it really set the tone for just depression.
But there's still so much cheering.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's like-
we have less money, people are doing more work,
Yeah.
and even though all the graphs show that we're exhausted, we're overworked, we're
Yeah.
feeling neglected, a CEO comes up on stage right after and says, nothing's going to change, and actually it's probably going to get a lot worse.
I know.
So buckle up.
Come on.
Oh, and more good news, in a few years, AI is probably going to take all our jobs. And it's somebody that you already know, AI Jeff. They're building the robot better version of me. Every single word that I speak right now goes into a digital library to create AI Jeff so they don't have to pay me.
Is he as moody as you are?
Even
Because I'm
moodier.
considering a switch.
Moodier and funnier. So
Bring
you're
in
going to
AI
love
Jeff
him.
in the morning.
And then the executives have the gall after all that to say, hey guys, let's stop being so negative about radio. Okay? There's a drink ticket out for you in the lobby. Only one, because that's all we can afford. Cheers to you and your dying future.
Okay, don't forget Wells only.
Okay.
I met 2 people in line for drinks that had just been fired.
Yeah.
Literally one guy.
All
the girl
the
with the
way
sash
to
that
the
said looking
convention
for
they
work.
got fired.
Oh, yeah, the girl wearing the sash that said
Oh,
looking
man.
for work.
Yeah, I congratulated her. I saw her from behind. I'm like, congratulations on whatever you're doing. She turned around. She's like, I'm unemployed.
Well,
sorry.
we're going to be soon, so meet you on the unemployment line.
I'll buy the
Join us
sashes.
now.
Text in 78592. Tell us what's been on your mind. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.